The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the chancellor, vice chancellor or acting vice chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first onstage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first onstage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, UNISA must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, UNISA can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. UNISA stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. To this end, UNISA is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in UNISA's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. UNISA's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and Square Kilometer Array. UNISA has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometer Array project since 2012. The UNISA Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The Fourth Industrial Revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, the UNISA's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO UNISA Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, womanist, Busadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. UNISA is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. UNISA's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, agriculture and environmental sciences, economic and management sciences, education, graduate studies, human sciences, law, science, engineering and technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, UNISA must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, UNISA can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. UNISA stands at the pinnacle of education through open-distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. To this end, UNISA is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in UNISA's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. UNISA's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and Square Kilometer Array. UNISA has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometer Array project since 2012. The UNISA Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, UNISA's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO UNISA Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, womanist, Busadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena.
By virtues of the powers vested in me as the Principal and Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this a gathering, a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayers, affirmations, and meditations to give thanks to the achievements that are being celebrated here this morning in our first graduation, the winter graduation season. Can we have a moment of silence? Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, now I know I'm in graduations and the first of many in this season, so thank you very much for being here. Let me take this opportunity to recognize the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency President Mbeki, participating virtually. Let me also recognize the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Diao Musia, participating virtually, and all members of the University Council that are here this morning. Let me recognize especially Professor Schalo, Ms. Emar Maluleka, and all other present council members. Let me recognize Professor S.S. Mahanu, the Vice Principal, Institutional Development, Professor Lekubu, Acting Deputy Registrar, Dr. Chibase, responsible for teaching and learning. And from the colleges, let me recognize the College of Law, the Dean of the College, Professor Budeli Nemakonde, and the delegation that she leads. From the College of Economic and Management Sciences, Dr. M.T. Masichaba, and the delegation that she leads. The College of Education, Professor L.L. Tulu, representing Professor Makwe, and all supervisors that are here, including our academic leaders, administrative staff, professional staff, that go on to making these graduations an excellent event that is historical, memorable, and important in the life cycle of our graduates and our students. Let me also recognize our organist, Mr. Manus Grayling and Dr. Isabel van Rensbeck, as well as our colleague who will deliver the Chancellor's address, Professor Dilotsotle from College of Economic and Management Sciences. And of course, colleagues, let me start with the loved ones, the parents, the husbands, the wives, the cousins, the sisters, the brothers, the friends, the colleagues, the sponsors, and you who have come here to bear witness to the graduations of our esteemed graduates who have left home, sometimes with no credentials. And when they come out of these graduations, some will be called doctor, they left home as Miss and Mrs., and some will be called advocate, and some will be called chartered accountants, and many different titles, but it's not in the titles, but it's how they execute their work, how they live in society to strengthening what we are. Welcome to UNISA, our graduates, and congratulations for being here to come in, to fetch your certificate. Should I put it like that? You're here to do what? You'll tell me how you say it. So, Dumelang, Sanbonan, Huemore, Lochani, Molweni, Absheni, Khotong, Salam Alaikum, Jambo, you see, if you are in the continent, you must be aware of the continent. I'm sure if I were to say ni hao, you'd all know how to respond. Good morning. It is my singular honor to welcome you to the moment of celebration, affirmation, and new beginnings, the 2026 graduation ceremony that I held in this winter. This is the first of our graduations this season, and we're quite elated to be celebrating great accomplishments of our students who are going to be the graduates and alumni of this university. Today we gather across our colleges in their distinguished academic colors to observe and celebrate a significant milestone in the career and lives of our students, the sacred tradition in a university called a graduation. We gather as a true testament to a true character and vision. We are a comprehensive distance education university that invites all who seek knowledge, regardless of their location, circumstances, or even their discipline. We are truly African university shaping futures in the service of humanity. This is a university that in 1841 already had a library that enabled people to accessing knowledge and was formally instituted in 1873. It is the grandmother of all universities in South Africa. I think I can say without any hesitation, even in the Southern African region. I think that deserves a round of applause. Beyond being the grandmother, it is the progenitor of the higher education system in our country, meaning you couldn't have all the 25 other universities, public universities, and the recent ones that have been formed without the University of South Africa. But it's not only the first university in the country, it is also the first university in the world to teaching via distance education. It wasn't in America or Europe, it was in Africa. As I reflect on the journey that has brought us here, I'm filled with immense pride. Between 2021 and 2025, UNISA has achieved exceptional graduation performance, graduating more than 50,000 students each year. You should be the ones that are clapping more than your parents. Because you're part of that true testament and quality credentials that this university has. And today we welcome you, the class of 2026, into a community of more than 1 million UNISA alumni who are making a difference in the world, honoring dignity, integrity, and the pursuit of knowledge, not for its own sake, but for transforming our society for the better, for using education to creating jobs, for you as our graduates, not only looking for jobs, but creating jobs, because we as UNISA know we have exposed you to opportunities that enable you not just to be a job seeker, but to being a job creator. I think you deserve a round of applause for yourselves. Why do we say so? You're one of the key recipients of a strong digital education system. None amongst our universities can compare with you. And what we did is to ensure that you, colleagues, also can say our credentials are done well, because we have proctoring devices that enable us to make sure that nobody is writing for you, but you're writing for yourself. And if you hire others, we know, and you know what you do. You remember the Invigilator app? I know you may have been troubled once or twice, but this was to make sure that when you graduate here, we know it was you who was doing your work. I want to remind you about something beyond your commendable personal achievement. Education is not important for its own sake. Education is important for societal transformation because it contributes to talent building, to a strong, sustainable community. It enables you to contribute to your families constructively, to being prosperous, to contribute into a peaceful and economically transforming society. I also want to remind you about your alma mater, UNISA, as I've told you. I want to state that our university is rising and rising. I say this without any hesitation because I'm quite appreciative of the developments that this university, its academicians, and those who support them have accomplished for the university. As I speak to you, we have received a list of 10 best academics in the world, 10,000 best academics in the world, and UNISA has some of them, the 10 best academics in the world are residing in this university, and we are quite honored. I also want to tell you that about 30 of our academics are listed amongst the top 2% of the most cited scholars globally by the Stanford University rankings, and we are quite appreciative of this honor, including our improvements in the higher education rankings, including the Department of Higher Education. There's been tremendous improvements in our university. And I can say without any hesitation, we are going to be in this year within the top 4 or top 5 of the university rankings because our university has been informed by the Department of Higher Education that we have improved by 42.7%. Equally, when many institutions, whether private institutions, transnational institutions, some universities are retrenching staff. The University of South Africa has just recruited more than 800 adjunct academics to creating the next generation of doctors and professors who go on to helping this university, but also the country, to being competitive in the academic project. It has not been done to hire 800 academicians at the same time. We're quite honored that our university has done such a tremendous job. I think they deserve a round of applause. These adjunct academics, majority of them, are colleagues of ours who had their doctoral degrees and sometimes their master's degrees, but without jobs, in a country that requires education. So that was not just an act of benevolence, but it's an act of being a partner to our society, to hearing the requests and the imperative for strengthening the economy, for giving opportunities to talented South Africans, and for ensuring that they contribute constructively to our development. Equally important, colleagues, is the imperative for improving our university, the University of South Africa. As you know, we have 10 catalytic niche areas that have helped us to position our university to being a partner to our society's transformation. These include energy studies. You know that just a year or few were struggling with load shedding, load what, and now we are looking as scholars, how do we help society that we don't go through such crisis? Because when you have that crisis, it torments the economic system. it decimates it, and it makes it impossible for us as society to flourish. Biotechnology and nanotechnology, feminist studies and womanist theorizations, automotive industry, the space sciences, astronomy, and others have become the things that these colleagues, our students, are being exposed to. And research excellence, rankings, and other outputs become the measures. But we are also the first university in the country and the continent to own its own airport or an airstrip to ensure that we teach those areas associated with aviation, aeronautics, and drones technology. I think we deserve a round of applause. Colleagues, I'm not hearing you. Which university has an airport? I thought I'd hear Mekholokwane, Medidi Etsane, and dual relations. I'm waiting. Especially from you. I think you don't believe it. I'll start again. The University of South Africa is the first university in the African continent, in South Africa, in the global region of our continent, that owns its airport, stroke, airstrip, whatever you call it, but an airport. No other university in this continent owns that. I share this important milestone not to gloat, but to ensure that we as a university share the work that we have, the vision that we have to strengthening our society and to being a partner to ensuring that our society is exposed to those critical skills that are necessary for the world of the future work. It's also important that our nation, as our nation and continent face persistent challenges, poverty, underdevelopment, inequality, unemployment, crime, racism, sexism, and the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide, that universities are the partner to solutions that societies are finding. Now that you are graduating at the University of South Africa, let me address you, our graduates. As soon as you finish, you'll be our alumnus. I want you to remember the words of President Nelson Mandela in his long walk to freedom. President Mandela is an alumnus of this university. I think you need to give him a round of applause yourselves. Because it means if you have less dreams than being a president, then you'll not have followed the 3 presidents or 4 presidents or 5 presidents or 10 presidents that have graduated from this university. And I'm going to give you a list of them so that if your dreams are small, you can also be a president of an association in the village that is doing cultivation of energy or bioresources. We agree. An agricultural community, you can be a president of that agricultural community, or a law association within your community, because this is a university that has produced many presidents, not just for South Africa, but also for other countries. President Mandela says, I've walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I've made missteps along the way, but I've discovered the secret that after climbing great hills, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, but I can rest only for a moment, for with freedom comes responsibilities. And I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. And to you, our graduates, with graduation comes responsibilities, and the responsibilities are immense. Let me, therefore, in closing, remind you that in this complex and troubled world, we firmly believe the potential and talents of the next generation will enable our country, our continent, and the world to bring peace, justice, and happiness to make them attainable during our lifetime. And I believe universities and their graduates must be at the center of reimagining and recreating or co-constructing the future that we all deserve. A place where every child, every person, every citizen can sit under the sun. In closing, when you leave here, you must know that you are not going to leave here just as UNISA graduates. You must know that you will go with confidence. You will lead with integrity. You will serve the purpose. And we are not going to tolerate any of UNISA graduates to being associated with corruption, malfeasance, and disrespect of society. As we celebrate these graduations, congratulations. Welcome to the University of the Land, the university shaping futures, the university committed. And as our partners and friends and those who value education, we request you to enjoy the graduations. We also request when your graduate walks through the stage, celebrate them, but remember the next one also needs to be celebrated, meaning don't hoard, but share. Sharing is caring. Welcome to UNISA. And of course, perhaps before we invite Professor Dilotsohle, I was wondering, colleagues, if you can show the clip for just 2 minutes. Thank you. This, but we will request you to quickly allow the colleagues in quickly. You only have 3 minutes, and you tell them to run.
Africa shall be at peace. However improbable, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, UNISA must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, UNISA can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. UNISA stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. To this end, UNISA is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, Marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in UNISA's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. UNISA's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and Square Kilometer Array. UNISA has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometer Array project since 2012. The UNISA Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a
It should be the last time you come late to any event of the university. It doesn't augur with the credentials that we have accorded you. They say you should always come 2 hours before the event. Our economy is struggling because we don't respect time and we don't respect the opportunities that we have to transform our society. It is by small steps, like not coming on time, that we stop creating opportunities. Let's not miss these opportunities. Let's try to ensure that we're always on time and we respect the dignity that is accorded to us through our graduations. Thank you. Let me invite Professor Dilotsohle to deliver the Chancellor's address and to share, on behalf of His Excellency President Mbeki, this address. Thank you, Professor Dilotsohle.
Good morning, Sanbonani, Dumelang. Maybe must I repeat? Good morning, Sanbonani, Dumelang. Good. I would like to acknowledge the Chancellor of UNISA, Dr. Mbeki. Warm greetings to the Principal and Vice Chancellor of UNISA, Prof. Lenkabula, esteemed members of the university community, academic and administrative staff, proud parents, distinguished guests, and most importantly, our graduates. All protocols observed. Today marks a significant milestone in your lives, a celebration of hard work, sacrifice, perseverance, and achievement. But beyond the qualification you receive today lies an even greater responsibility, the responsibility to lead with purpose, integrity, and humanity in a rapidly changing world. As graduates of the University of South Africa, you are entering a society that needs not only educated individuals, but responsible leaders in practice. Leaders who are prepared to make ethical decisions, uplift communities, and contribute meaningfully to society. The world we live in continues to face many challenges. inequality, unemployment, corruption, social division, and rapid technological change. In moments like these, leadership cannot simply be about authority or possession. Leadership must be about service, accountability, courage, and impact. This morning, I would like to reflect briefly on what I consider to be 4 principles that define responsible leadership in practice. Number 1, ethical leadership. Number 2, human-centered leadership. Number 3, resilient leadership. And the last one, being number 4, is transformational leadership through Ubuntu. Responsible leadership begins with ethics. It begins with the courage to do what is right, even when it is difficult. Ethical leadership is reflected through integrity, honesty, fairness, and accountability. As graduates, you will enter spaces where your values will be tested, whether in business, government, education, healthcare, or entrepreneurship. May you choose principle over convenience and integrity over personal gain. Leadership built on ethics creates trust, and trust remains the foundation of every successful institution and society. At the heart of responsible leadership is humanity. Leadership is not only about results. It's about people. It's about recognizing the dignity, struggles, and aspirations of others. Human-centered leadership requires empathy, the ability to listen, understand, and respond with compassion. In society as diverse as ours, empathy remains essential for building inclusive communities and meaningful relationships. As future leaders, remember that people are not inspired by qualifications or titles, but by leaders who make others feel valued, respected, and heard. Responsible leadership also requires resilience. The journey ahead will not always be easy. You'll face setbacks, uncertainty, and moments of self-doubt. Yet leadership is often shaped through adversity. Resilient leaders remain focused during difficult times. They adapt to change, learn from failure, and continue moving forward despite challenges. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability to rise through struggle with courage and determination. Each of you sitting here today has already demonstrated resilience by reaching this milestone. Carry that same determination into your future careers and leadership journey. Responsible leadership is also about transformation, not only personal success, but collective progress. It's about lifting others as you rise and creating opportunities for future generations. The philosophy of Ubuntu teaches us that I am because we are. It reminds us that our humanity is connected to the humanity of others. Responsible leaders understand that success has little meaning if it does not contribute to the well-being of society. As graduates, you now carry both privilege and responsibility. Use your education not only to improve your own life, but also to uplift others, strengthen communities, and contribute to a more ethical, compassionate, and inclusive society. In conclusion, As you leave this ceremony today, remember that your qualification is more than a certificate. It is about a call to responsible leadership in practice. So, lead with integrity, lead with compassion, lead with resilience, and above all, lead with Ubuntu. May you become leaders who inspire trust, create positive change, and contribute meaningfully to the future of South Africa and the world. Congratulations once again to you and to your families. Thank you, Siyabonga.
Thank you very much, Professor Dilotohle, for reminding our graduates, but also all of us in this room and those who are participating virtually, that we are all leaders. And leadership requires that understanding that as Africans, in the philosophy that teaches us that we are inextricably bound to each other. And therefore, as leaders, we cannot be happy if the other has nothing to eat. We must be empathetic. We cannot be watching when systems, institutions, processes, governance fall apart. We must take responsibility. And you're saying those who are graduating this morning even have more an invitation, not a burden. The responsibility not to demand rights, but to act responsibly. Thank you very much for this warm message that you're sending us to carry in our hearts and in our heads so that we strengthen our society, our country, the continent, and the world. Thank you very much. Can you give her another round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the conferment of the degrees and diplomas of the University of South Africa, may I kindly request you to follow a few things. One, we know that you want to take a picture of your loved ones, and we think it's a great idea. But we request you not to have your light because it projects on many of the colleagues on the procession. And you can already see many of them cannot see well, like me, because we have to have help to see you. So please protect them. The second thing is we're a university that values digital systems, multimodality, and multitasking. We know that as you're here celebrating, your employer might ask you for sending a report quickly. We think you can have your device on, but we don't really request to hear your volume. So can you put your devices on silent whilst you're optimizing the digital resource, even our Wi-Fi? Finally, we request you, when we start the conferment, that you celebrate your graduates, but you allow the other graduates to also be celebrated. Finally, we request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony, because this ceremony is being recorded, and we request 100 years later, it will still show the dignity that the University of South Africa expected of it to be, and especially you, our graduates. And I request, therefore, our graduates, our colleagues in education, we know that you may be rushing for your class, but it doesn't make the graduation dignified if you leave before the end. I therefore request that all graduates wait until the end. We're going to make sure that we are expeditious and yet dignified in our event. By virtues of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear on the program. I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Mkateko Clifton Maswanganyi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. R.G. Vessels, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled, "A Model for Incorporating Innovative Practices to Address Basic Service Delivery Challenges in the City of Tshwane Municipality," he investigated the lack of integrative and inclusive incorporation of innovative practices to address basic service delivery challenges. The impact of this problem was persistent basic service delivery challenges, despite efforts of innovation. Data were collected from residents, ward councillors, and municipal officials. His findings culminated in the development of a model that may serve as framework for the integrative and inclusive innovative practices critical in addressing basic service delivery challenges. He makes a valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of service delivery innovation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mkateko Clifton Maswanganyi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Mkateko Clifton Maswanganyi. Congratulations.
Now you can start applying for professorships. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Fitliwe Stefina Ndala for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor C. Alas, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Municipal Service Delivery and Formalization of Informal Settlements Along Provincial Boundaries, cases of Rebecca View and Santos View, Fitliwe Stefina Ndala examines municipal service delivery and the formalization of informal settlements along boundary between Madibeng Local Municipality and the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality, with reference to Rebecca View and Santos View. Using a rigorous mixed methods approach and a rights-based theoretical framework, the study demonstrates that jurisdictional fragmentation, weak intergovernmental coordination, and service delivery deficits constrain formalization. The thesis makes a valuable contribution by proposing practical, coordinated governance and innovative service delivery solutions. The co-supervisor is Professor E.J. Neeler.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Fihliwe Stefina Ndala the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Fihliwe Stefina Ndala.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Octavia Lindinkosi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. In the absence of her supervisor, Professor W.J. Shuring, I have the privilege to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In her thesis entitled Inzima yetakamoya ekutufukisweni kwebaholi, the role of spirituality in leadership development and autoethnographic study, Octavia Lindinkosi explores how spirituality serves as a transformative dimension that enhances authenticity, ethical reasoning, and resilience, using a novel hybrid autoethnographic approach. She demonstrates that spiritual consciousness fosters reflective practice, value-based decision-making, and organizational trust. By illustrating how inner transformation shapes outward impact, her framework establishes spirituality as a rigorous, integral component of holistic leadership scholarship. Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Octavia Lindinkosi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Octavia Lindinkosi.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Kenneth Aram Baku for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his co-supervisor, Dr. E.M. Murairani, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis, entitled Influence of Labor Relations on Organizational Performance of Selected Public Sector Institutions in Ghana, he explores how collective bargaining, trade unionism, and dispute resolution affect public sector performance in Ghana. He contributes to labor relations scholarship by advancing a collaborative accountability model in which management and unions share responsibility for performance outcomes. This challenges the classical pluralistic view that performance management rests solely with management. His study also highlights the underexplored roles of digitization and workers' psychosocial needs as key drivers of public sector performance. He recommends incorporating performance-based measures into collective bargaining agreements to better align negotiated outcomes with performance improvement. He was also, the main supervisor was Professor Hassan.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Kenneth Aram Baku the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Kenneth Aram Paku.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Gracious Makhubela received the degree of Master of Commerce. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Public Administration. Lerato Aniki Magolane. Mamphuke Naume Antoinette Pahlani. Lulamile Nicholas Sibanda.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Bonginkosi Junior Vilakazi receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in the College of Law.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Deandra Albrecht. Josephine Constance Chauke. Onika Machapeja. Tendai Manyenga. Nsuku Manyike. Elizabeth Maragere. Nobahle Libetina Mdwai. Butsilo Benis Mnguni. Alfina Lerato Mogoto. Lebogang Matlabeng Motau. Tshwanelo Pebane. Mpho Winky Pitso. Tamia Yasmin Reddy obtains the degree with distinction. Lerato Lila Schmidt. Mochagane Edward Tebeile. Madam Vice Chancellor, Mahuko Tashia Pala receives the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours. Mahlatsi Angeline Chauke. Shani Liane Dibier. Hulisani Mapangule. Masego Ndimande. Francone Wosthuizen. Buitumelo Martha Silani receives the degree with distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Tsiamo Innocentia Langa. Evelyn Jabulile Mavuso. Malaba Nicolene Mpagi. Tracy Matamela. I can't hear you. You can go. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Business Administration. Tracy Matamela. Kamano Mutawung. Gillian Stier. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Stefina Rorisang Mutisani. Siposetu Experience Mtembu. Tendai Louis Mutswairo. Joyce Dimakazo Banda. Mandisa Bridget Nontokozo Buta. Bianca Jade Jacobs. Abigail Kumalo. Lindsay Gail Lebrant. Lucky Mabika. Malose Terence Mabua. Andiswa Mahlambu, degree obtained with distinction. Matsepo Gail Malaji, Rolene Marabe, Mildred Francina Jamanyane, Tebuho Benedict Malubane, Lydia Kensani Madlasi, Hendrika Khomotso Mapakela, Francina Pasika Mashele, Pilisiwe Precious Masilela, Benedicta Matlonya, Matapelo Mbele, Sipamandla Pielo Ignatius Molakangi, Samuel Towu Mulele, Muenya Nyane Celia Moroke, Portia Noluthando Mpe, Msawenkosi Gift Mvumbu, Sibongile Patience Mzekandaba, Shamla Naidu, Mabu Precious Nkadimeng, Marco Richard Nkadimeng, onke aphelele nhloko, Musa Thabo Ntuli, Kilebogile Rammotlana, degree obtained with distinction. Ndeboheng Miriam Rampala, Philistas Tlowu Rapudi, Zizipho Silwana, Tabang Sibongiseni Sithole, Nombuso Elizabeth Kosana, Simon Thabo Temba, Koketso Saminthia Chelani, Tina Awonke Ali Zali, Samukelisiwe Mbalenhle Zondi,
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Thank you. Thank you. Terena Bartman. Sonal Bolia. Uarabetsi Salvation Church. Masilo Abel Chenu. Numeria Ibrahim. Claire Ellen Fell obtained the degree with distinction. Kialibucha Elvis Ford. Maria Jenik Grunewald. Muketwa Hamisi. Machwenu Desiree Tlako. Theo Ingrid Edward Huma. Lorna Gazley Hartley. Mainel Musau Kalubi. Fanny Stephen Kekana. Lirato Gloria Kumalo. Kabelo Muche Lihobe. Tsepo Linyanyabedi. Liboni Simon Litlape. Libuhang Isaac Mailula. Tendai Majecha obtained the degree with distinction. Purupuani Merlin Makado. Nokutula Makanya. Karabo Makoti. Hilda Lebogang Malapane. Hlulani Victor Maluleke obtained the degree with distinction. Kentani Max Mangwani. Mudiegi Ntombi Mancho. Notolo Nonkululeko Mapapu. Magtevish Mamabulo Mativani. Ntabeleng Mavis Matevela. Lirole Cindy Machila. Masikepe Ulrich Matsivani. Furupero Mnisi. Shueb Mohammed. Kamuhelo Lord Mushala. Gladness Tibuho Mulapisi. Andris Mwapilwa. Kiamogetse Katlego Mupi. Rosie Christina Mpahlele. Tshepang Amanda Mpuru. Sunshine Vuyani Ramutsi Mngani. Tarukanyo Nemaduvechewe. Lindiwe Lorraine Nyakudanga. Razia Osman. Libugang Mosima Mary Pambani. Nokunwaba Poyana. Look at the camera. Sipmele Kovile Kwanya. Litsipe Marakeng Rakwale. Mpho Pearl Ratau. Odeta Ntleleng Sikuku. Nonkululeko Anita Sibande. Modisautlile Patrick Tlotleng. Lulama Mpendulo Chefu. Ntamulo Krishanda Chirendo. Michelle van Heerden. Almerine Leanda Vermeulen. Charlene Michelle Victoria Fisaki. Ntsuku Zita. Anna Ribotlile Zondo.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Rosina Matlodi Ditseho. Awande Stembiso Hlongwane. Lesedi Lebeta. Sipo Michael Mnyandu. Rodney Takalani Mutsavinzi. Dimpho Sebotsa. Motlatsi Taka. Madam Vice Chancellor, Constance Wupake Tsema received the degree with distinction. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Puseletso Maria Maubane. Given Samuel Mlangeni. Hulisani Nebulanzi.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Ramukoni Miriam Baloi. Mapale Khonzi Riki Bapala, degree obtained with distinction. Ryan Bizedenhout. Beulin Brand. Hlami Sharon Buvuma. Bonwise Chauke. Tsakani Chauke, degree obtained with distinction. John Junior Kodiso Cheu. Mapeu Maria Cheu. Pindile City. Makwale Lindiwe Dlamini. Koliso Precocious Dube. Michael Dupris. Asgala Rape Eshani Ula, degree obtained with distinction. Sisanda Pell Eland. Chazen Kherike, degree obtained with distinction. Jenny Hetting. Olga Cynthia Tlongwani. Nicole Jubet, degree obtained with distinction. Nomthandazo Jennifer Kokela. Almay Sali Lemer, degree obtained with distinction. Dimakatso Letswalo, degree obtained with distinction. Zodwa Mabushego. Munyaku Priscilla Mabula. Komotso Forget Machete. Promise Likhale Maditsi. Refilo Mashate Mahanyele. Muiponi Patricia Matlagu, degree obtained with distinction. Prudence Mahlangu, Bonginkosi Ezekiel Makanya, Masabata Hope Makoba, Solufelo Magdalene Makubela, Tibato Chanel Makufani, degree obtained with distinction. Puseletso Neria Maloka, Ntombizodo Gladys Mamba, Morua Elizabeth Maposo, Tsepiso Cynthia Maruping, Madiala Miriam Masegela, Jabulile Masimola, Lucia Tsepiso Mashiane, Francina Hanso Mashimpe, Fina Masufi, Sejabaledi Sara Matlou, Naledi Maupa, Nomfundo Madeline Maupa, Ntombika Kayise Rebecca Mavuso, degree obtained with distinction. Rosina Lesego Mbwane, Ntando Mdlalose, Sibongile Zinzi Mfumbata, Confidence Agadi Mkhatwa, Petlile Ilen Mlambo,
Patrick Kiabetswe Mohoa, Sebulelo Sylvia Moholo, Christopher Mukwala, Lillian Ntswaki Moloi, Bokamoso Elegant Molongolozi, Precious Msimango receives the degree with distinction. Homolemo Jenny Mtembu receives the degree with distinction. Ayanda Mchali. Ngobile Gift Mtsengu. I can call you again. I can call you again. Ngobile Gift Mtsengu. Nkesani Glory Mukobeni, degree obtained with distinction. Krishanta Naidu. Zandile Ndlovu. Willie Myamuhle Ngema. Nomagugu Ngale. Christina Nombongo Ngobese. Okay. Sandra Ngubo. Eva Nhlapo. Didi Malang, Virginia Nkatswani. Lishe Latpio. Mama Khoa Prudence for money. Sonic Pila. Jonathan Sin Queen. Olona Rabaza. Olona Rabaza. Lebogang Boleti Ramollo. Solofelo Juliet Rankune. Katu Lindelani Life Ranwaha. Lisedi Ratobela. Liz Saunders receives the degree with distinction. Lebogang Rose Siakamela. Shelley Chweni Sianejo. Lebogang Yvonne Sibuhudi receives the degree with distinction. Patience Christina Matladi Sekhale. Ntabeleng Chani. Ntabeleng Chain Sejake. Mashikwani Brigalia Sipeu. Proud Shoko. Koketso Catherine Tabani. Lina Tipe. Manyakalo Tsepiso Chabalala. Chriselna van der Meer. Sorry. Apologies. Criselda van den Berg. Surita van der Merwe. Lisa Chante van der Wald. Vinola Wilson. Cindy Swa Yeko. Courtney Kalin Zili. Nonkululeko Sarah Zulu. Muzo Muhle Sanele Xulu.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic Management Sciences. Sipho Munacheng Muhlari. Puti Jan Masegele. Balungile Angel Masombuga. Noktula Slindile Mbele. Ulisani Nzieni. Elizabeth Lirato Ramano.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, Elder Malekwa Mputi receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Tsulufelo Paulina Budibe. Fefekazi Daniso. Douglas Dube. Silindo Kuhle Notolo Giane. Matshwene Tsietsi Kgomo, diploma obtained with distinction. Thatohatsi Gloria Kanzi, Thulani Koyana, Siabi Litsulu, Junior Karabo Samuel Mako, Tisetso Matule Mabinane, Angel Mashavele Mahlaki, Happiness Masimula, Karabo Mushiburi Mashaba, Ivorin Matsepane, Furufero Maumera, Karabo Faith Mnuyu obtains the diploma with the distinction. Joyce Nontsikelelo Mlingo obtains the diploma with the distinction. Hope Khumutso Mutare Mudiba, Maputi Palesa Mudisha, Buffalo Mufukeng, Katleho Mutua obtains the diploma with the distinction. Lebuhang Tebuho Mphe, Nomtandazo Prudence Jengele, Florence Roto, Kutsos Hovera, Amukelani Silubana, Ponzo Mary Jane Sirinda, Charity Singo, Liwaza Sitole obtains the diploma with the distinction. Nelly Mamusari Tladi obtains the diploma with the distinction.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic Management Sciences. Gwena Victor Machaba. Rifilwe Angelina Mameta. Tapelo Nel Mashao. Katang Hendrik Matlala. Naledi Prudence Munisi. Lerato Princess Msiza, Ufenze Mjali, Lisiho Nyasha, ke gomoditswe Lafdelia Pangane, Sbahle Shizalo, Madam Vice-Chancellor, Prince Sbusiso Skosana obtains the diploma with a distinction. Ayabongwa Tito, Nhlanhla Stefina Chabangu,
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate receives the diploma in the College of Education. Nonhlanhla Hlongwane. Obtained with distinction.
Good morning. No, it's not yet afternoon. It's still morning. Good morning. I'm sure if we had come on time, you would have left a little earlier. But as they say, UNISA is very efficient. It appreciates the value of time. And I'm very appreciative that we are finishing these graduations within the planned time. Congratulations. Yeah, it froze. I'd like as they say, technology sometimes reminds you that you should have a second plan. So mine froze, now I have to have my second plan. I wanted first to thank the colleagues that are doing the 12th language to make sure that our students, our loved ones, and those who want to follow the graduations of UNISA, who cannot hear us, must understand what's going on. Can I request that you give them a round of applause? I think in our graduation book, all our sign language interpreters' names are available, and I'd like you to honor them because this is an act of inclusion that must be appreciated in any society. Miss Eugenia Jose, Miss Charity Mabona, Miss Eula Dunstan, yes, and then Mr. Kamohelo Ramolocha. And then, of course, all our graduates are back. Are you back, all of you, now? I can only start when all of you are back. Colleagues, this is a momentous occasion and a period that we are appreciating the hard work of our students, the graduates of the University of South Africa, the people who go on to bear the torch of knowledge, to really enact what President Mandela would have said in his words when he said, education is transformative. Education is invitational. Education is a resource. And education has a utilitarian value. That value is to change society. That value is to making a child of a domestic worker or a gardener or an unemployed parent to become a president of a company or a country. I think you, our graduates, represent the varied narratives of South Africa and the continent and the world, because the graduates this morning are not just from South Africa. They come from Ghana, they come from Lesotho, they come from Eswatini, they come from Kenya, they come from the United States, they come from the United Kingdom, they come from even the Far East. And therefore, I'd like you colleagues, the parents, and the procession, can you give our graduates a round of applause, ululations. Colleagues, I might take my certificates. I saw them clapping, and I'm wondering, are they the loved ones or the guests? Huh? I said the loved ones and the people who came here to support you. I want to state to you, colleagues, you who are graduating this morning, that the University of South Africa is proud and congratulates you. All its epistemic communities are proud to have contributed to your success. Here at UNISA, we believe that the full professor, the associate professor, the senior lecturer, and the lecturer who go on to making sure that you get the right education, quality education, do so with the commitment and understanding of that value of education that I said President Mandela reminded us of. But they don't work by themselves. They are supported by professional staff, administrative staff, those colleagues who hold hand in hand with academicians to ensuring that the quality of education at the University of South Africa is strong and that you receive the requisite support that you require so that you do the same for our society. We are proud that you're joining the illustrious and excellence of communities, the circle of excellence, the alumni of the University of South Africa, a community that you must be proud to joining. Because in every station of life that they are taking responsibility, they ensure that they are builders. They nurture, they encourage, they invest in excellence, and they are empathetic, and they build a strong democracy and a strong governance regime that is intolerant of corruption, gender-based violence, mediocrity, and sometimes indifference. You're joining a circle of committed people who go on to ensure that even if they come from the margins of economic opportunities, that they create opportunities for others and they create jobs. You're coming to join an alumni of the university that have gone on to becoming presidents of countries. When I started, I said this university is privileged to have produced many presidents, not just 3 presidents. Many people only know 3. But I have the privilege to remind you, you who are graduating, so that you think about your trajectory, your journey, your contribution, your pathway in life. The founding leader, the founding father of our democracy, His Excellency President Mandela, is a graduate of this university, and therefore you're joining in his footsteps. I think you need to give him a round of applause, especially yourself. And it's not just President Mandela. The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency President Mbeki, is also a graduate of this university. So your dreams must be higher. I think it deserves a round of applause. Equally true, the current President of the Republic is also a graduate of the University of South Africa. And if you thought this is all in Haiti, in the global north, the former President John Aristide Bertrand is also a graduate of this university. We should clap, unless you want to be only local. Yeah. And colleagues, we don't only, Zimbabwe graduated from UNISA. Botswana, the Deputy President of Botswana, the former Deputy President of Botswana, is also a student at the University of South Africa. So I think you can see when we say we produce presidents. But colleagues, we also produce opposition political party leaders. We don't just produce presidents. We make sure that democracies are vibrant and they are, I often remind people that John Steenhuisen is a student of this university. I also remind colleagues that Musibudi Mangena, one of the leading intellectuals of our country, the gentleman who made sure that South Africa was one of the first cars to producing an EV car, Joule, which went on to becoming positioned everywhere in the world, but also to strengthening the science and innovation of this country. The leader of AZAPU is a graduate of this university. I think you need to give him a round of applause. I cannot continue if you don't. Don't be jealous. Be inspired. Yes. I also want to remind you, Sillo Malema, the leader or the CIC of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Economic Freedom Fighters, is also a graduate of this university. But our university is not just concerned with people who are leading the country or who are responsible for its governance through party political leadership. We're also interested in the economy. The people who create what you young people saying, chopping the money, yeah? You say chop money? Who create resources for the economic and transformations of their society. So Jill Marcus is a graduate of this university. I think she needs a round of applause. Jill Marcus is the first governor of the Reserve Bank of our central bank, our Reserve Bank as a country, and the first woman to signing the rand. And, I think she was the first. She needs a round of applause. It's not just Jill Marcus Lesetja Kganyago, the current governor of the country, the Reserve Bank, and the Chancellor of Stellenbosch University is a graduate of this university. I also need to remind you, just in the last 7 years or 10 years, the University of South Africa has created vice-chancellors for our universities, the 26 public universities in the country, including in Zambia, in Kenya, everywhere else in the world. And I just wish to remind you, the first woman vice-chancellor of University of Cape Town, Mampele Rampele, is a graduate of this university. The Vice-Chancellor of Vaal University of Technology was just a member of the executive management of this university. He's hardly 2 years, he's new. You need to give him a round of applause. The new Vice-Chancellor of University of Mpumalanga was a member of the executive of this university, and the university has bequeathed her to the University of Mpumalanga. The former Vice-Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, Professor Rashila Songqa, is a graduate of this university and a former leader of this university. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the University of Witwatersrand for Research and Teaching, Roxana, is also a graduate of this university. And therefore, colleagues, I'm only giving you just a small snippet. But if you were to go at the back of our graduation book, you'll realize that you, colleagues, have people that you must follow who are graduates of this university. And for you, the lawyers, I don't want to even to tell you. In law, we are flying. Nobody flies like the University of South Africa. And of course, if you are to look at the back of your graduation book, you'll realize that the lady who's central to the Madlanga Commission, you know, the leader of information and that place, Sesi Baloyi, is a graduate and alumnus of this university. A commission that is working to reset governance in the country is led by a woman who is from this university in the prosecution and evidence leading. And I think we are very proud. But Justice Zondo, colleagues, the second Chief Justice of this country is a graduate of UNISA. Justice Mogoeng is a graduate of UNISA. Almost the judges in almost all benches must be coming from the University of South Africa, not just in South Africa, in Namibia, in Botswana, in Eswatini, in Lesotho, in Kenya, and everywhere else. If you want to do your research, you'll find UNISA. And therefore, you must be proud graduates who go on to ensure that our society understands the imperative of digitization and digital systems in a world that is moving in that direction. You'll go on to ensure that you contribute to assisting those students who may have been struggling because of financial challenges, not because they did not have the talent or the aptitude to study. We request you also to donate to the University of South Africa Bursary Fund. We are asking you. We know that you're going to be making billions. You'll make billions in rands, in dollars, in euros, in CFAs, in cedis, in emalangeni, in all the currencies, including Pula. And we know that just donating minimum of 1,000 rand will go a long way to helping the students I'm saying minimum 1,000 because I know you'll do it, eh? But even if you do 50 rand, we will still appreciate it because it goes for an investment that would have helped some of you who are graduating today. I wish to restate that just last year, the University of South Africa made sure that it contributed 400 million to helping the students who could not afford their fees. 400 million as a university, not from the state, not from private sector, but from the University of South Africa. 400 million to assisting some of you to finishing your studies. I think the colleagues deserve a round of applause. And therefore, your contribution will be adding on to that benevolent spirit that says, I am because we are, and since we are, we must flourish together in peace, in justice, in prosperity, in wealth-making, but also in wellness. And therefore, we wish you all the best. Let me request those who have passed with distinction to stand up. Sorry, wait. There's something that is happening in our continent and in our country that is not Afrique, is not kosher, is not halal. We are forgetting our traditions as Africans. There's no, yeah. Our cultures have proper ululations. Let's not bring the street to the graduations. Let's bring our African identity to the graduations. So I'm going to request that we applaud, we ululate, and we clap for these young people, or not so young people, who valued education. Can we do it in the true South African spirit and ululations? Thank you. This is some of the most beautiful activities or acts or gifts that you don't find anywhere in the world, but in this continent. Let us value ululations. They are beautiful. You may be seated. Let me request the diplomates to stand up. Those who are graduating with diploma, stand up, please. Can you give them a round of applause, colleagues? Our colleagues represent the resilient leaders that Professor Dilotsotle would have stated. They might have passed matric, but may not have had the opportunity to get in the studies that they wanted, and they decided we're going to pursue our diploma so that we can get into the degree. And they've worked hard to earn their diplomas, and we congratulate you. Congratulations. And therefore, no, I did not say we will sit. Instructions are very important. Please stand. Yeah. So if you earned your diploma today, we're just about to open registration. You must register for your degree and continue education. Incrementally improve. Congratulations. You may be seated. Let me request those who earned their qualifications, the degrees, candidates, graduates, can you please stand up? As I've already said it, in your degrees, you know it was hard. We gave you assignments that you couldn't understand. We use words like ontology, pedagogy, epistemology, you know, all these critical concepts that you were wondering, oh my goodness, is this a new language? Not just in concepts, but we gave you the tools to strengthen the law, to ensure that the law really claims justice in society, and that the law restores dignity through human rights, that the law empowers those who want to enter into business or who are already in business to flourishing, to contracting well, and not to being cheated. And we're very proud that you had the tenacity, the determination, and the resilience to forge on. Can you give them a round of applause? And therefore, colleagues, you don't have any choice. Here at UNISA, we say your graduation is not a destination. I told you that President Mandela says you think you've climbed a hill and you recognize that there are more hills and mountains to climb, and that the sky is no longer the limit. It becomes an interesting horizon of research. And therefore, with you, we also invite you to think about not think, to act, to register for your honors and your masters so that you also conquer the next hills, the next mountains. Congratulations. You may be seated. And therefore, colleagues, I'd like our honors students, graduates, can I request that you stand up and can you give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. You saw the numbers of the diploma. You saw the numbers of the degrees. You can look back. You see how few of you there are in the master's degrees, in the honors degrees. So it's your responsibility to pursue your masters, to ensure that you improve the democratic dividend and the opportunities for the university and the country. Congratulations. I'll see your registration forms for masters very soon, in 2 weeks' time. Congratulations. And those of you who are graduating, no, you go back. We waited for your graduations, you go back. You wait until we finish, because all these people have important things to do. These people, especially these ones. But they're sitting here, you can wait. The master's students, can I request you to stand up? Can I hear more ululations? The journey as you go higher and higher demands even more responsibilities, more investment, and more management. I'm very proud of our master's graduates. Congratulations, but look back. Look behind you. What this means, you have the responsibility to inspire the diplomates, those who got their degrees, their honors, the postgraduate diplomas. You have to inspire them to understand and appreciate the trajectory that you have undertaken and the hills that you have conquered. Congratulations. They deserve the best. Thank you very much. And I know they say masters is the highest point. It is, but it is not the destination. Pursue your doctoral degrees. As I said to the others, in 2 weeks' time, registration for master's and doctoral degrees will be open. There's no reason why you would not aspire to wear the gown that's next to you. Did you see it? It's even different in color. Can I therefore remind all of us sitting here that a doctoral degree is the highest qualification in any nation, in any country, and in the world. Those with a doctorate represent amongst the best educated citizens in any country, in any continent, and in any global arena. They have more obligations to society because they've been given a chance to research, to deep dive, to study those aspects that sometimes we in society take for granted, and to make sure that they are resourceful for the advancement of the country, the continent, and the world. And these colleagues don't only do research. The research that each one of them has done, they are the only people in the world who have done that research. It's a unique, distinct, and must be the only ones. They may read other scholars, but they have to come with a unique proposition that is different from anyone in the world. Congratulations, the doctorates. Can you please stand up? Can you give them a round of applause, Mkhulukwane? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Thank you. Colleagues, they come from South Africa, from Ghana. They represent the continent, and I'd like to thank them for their resilience. The journey of the doctorate, they tell you, sometimes people give up. Sometimes your professor says, no, what you've written is iron ore. It must become iron. That was my supervisor 30 years ago, or 40, who said, you've written iron ore pulling, go and freshen it up, and then you go back, you rework your work. We thank you for your resilience and tenacity. We request you to look behind you. Thank you. We request you not just to be appreciative that you're in the apex acquisition of knowledge, but to mentor others, to make education fashionable, inspiring, and to making it what the younger people aspire to pursuing. But with you, it's not just the apex. The colleagues here have gone on to research, to write, to supervise, to become global citizens, to being amongst the top 10% of the country and the continent in their research, to becoming amongst the best knowledge creators in the world, to becoming the mentors of many in our society. These great men and women represent what you, as the new doctors who came as Miss and Mr. Colleagues, when they go home, doctor, doctor, everybody, even as they go out now, they've changed their title. They're no longer Miss or Mrs. or Mr. They are doctor. Congratulations. You may be seated. And with these words, colleagues, we want to say to you, the loved ones, UNISA is open for registration. We are always elated to supporting anyone. No one is too old for education. At UNISA, we know what it means for a 74-year-old to graduate, as we do for a 20-year-old to graduate, because we believe that education is a resource that we should all amass ourselves. There are short learning programs at UNISA, there are diplomas, there are degrees, and if you've long forgotten your studies or what you wanted to do, you're still invited, because this is the university of the land. This is the asset of this country and continent. This is the first university in the world to enabling access to higher education to majority of people, hence the university that in 2026 has registered 423,000 students in 130 countries, ensuring that they use their digital systems and quality education to becoming the best citizens wherever they are. Congratulations once more. We're proud of you. It's a privilege to being amongst the people who witnessed this important accomplishment. I must tell you a secret. Having been appointed as the first woman vice-chancellor, After 147 years of existence of UNISA, you must know that I'm also a graduate of UNISA. I care about the degrees of UNISA. I care about your qualifications, because if your qualifications are not strong, it means mine too are not strong. And therefore, you must understand we are a team, we are a collective, we have the collective leadership that makes it a point that the University of South Africa continues improving. Thank you very much. As you travel home, we request for the travel messes, the universe to be kind to you and to bless you. Thank you. And so, colleagues, we've come to the end of our graduations, and I'd like to invite you to stand up. All of us, colleagues? Oh, sorry, not all of us. Our graduates, you may be seated, only the loved ones. Yes, sorry, colleagues. Only the loved ones. When last were you called the loved ones? I think it's only at UNISA that we demonstrate love, and we understand that you care for your families, and you care also for education. Loved ones, we would like, on behalf of the Chancellor of the University, on behalf of the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Diao Musia, and the Council of the University, its Senate, its Institutional Forum, its Student Representative Council, and of course, the leaders here who are with us today, they've requested me to thank you, to send our deepest gratitude to you, because you're here to accompany our graduates, to give them strength. Some of them were shaking as they were coming here. Some of them were sitting forward, not knowing what to do, yet they'd seen their friends going here. Some of you, it was, oh, umzukulo wam, oh, my daughter, my granddaughter, my husband, oh, and those are critical prayers of appreciation, because you know best the journeys that they traversed. We thank you for being partners in making education an important asset for our society. As you go home, please know that the university is appreciative of your presence here. Thank you. Thank you. May I request you to join them in standing for the singing of the national anthem. But before we do so, may you allow me to officiate. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we have risen for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on the last page of the program, I request you to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. I also request you, even though we have the organ and one of the best organists in our country who will play the national anthem with us. This is a prayer. This is a song that tells the dreams of our country, our aspirations, about cohesion, about flourishing together as society. And I request that we sing with dignity the national anthem. The organist, you can start. think you can give a round of applause. But before I close this congregation, I want to state that there's something beautiful happening in this country and in the world. I'd like for us as the University of South Africa, in the first graduation season, to congratulate Bafana Bafana for making it into the World Cup, and for us, including you, the loved ones, to sending love and best wishes to them as they go and conquer their dreams in the World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and the US. Let's wish them well. Thank you. By virtues of the powers and to me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa. Thank you.